All right, ready to escape the ordinary.
Always.
Today we're diving into the world of Phuket rentals. I mean, who hasn't fantasized about living in a tropical paradise?
Right.
We're using this awesome guide from Ocean Worldwide Phuket Real Estate. It's called Exploring Phuket Real Estate Rent, and it's packed with insights. So whether you're seriously thinking about making a move or just letting your imagination run wild, let's explore.
Sounds like fun.
So what surprised me is just how diverse Phuket's rental market is.
Yeah, it really is. It's not all just like luxury villas.
Oh, there are those for sure, but
Definitely.
the guide talks about everything from modern condos to charming Thai houses.
There's something for everyone.
Speaking of which, the median rent in Phuket, get this, is around $2,313.
Wow. Okay.
I know, right? For some people, that might sound like an absolute steal, but for others, it might not seem that different from where they live now.
That's true. It all depends on what you're looking for.
Exactly. The big question is, what does that $2,313 actually get you in Phuket?
Right. That's where understanding the value comes in. That median rent could get you a cozy condo in a bustling area.
Oh, fun.
Or, a spacious apartment with amazing views, somewhere quieter. It all boils down to your priorities.
It's like choosing your own adventure.
Exactly. And, the article actually highlights this incredible 6-bedroom villa in Layan. It has a pool, maid service.
Oh, wait, hold on. A pool and deep maid service.
Yep, for about 450,000 Thai baht per month.
Okay, that's definitely on the higher end.
It is, but it just shows the range of possibilities.
I mean, that sounds pretty tempting.
Right.
Even if a villa isn't in the cards for everyone, choosing the right neighborhood is huge in Phuket. It's not just about the property itself, but the lifestyle it offers.
You got it. Each area in Phuket has its own vibe.
Totally.
The guide mentions Patong, known for its nightlife. Perfect for someone who wants to be in the thick of things.
Yeah, if you're looking for that energy.
But if tranquility is more your style, then maybe Kamala, with its quieter beaches, is better fit.
Like choosing your own adventure, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bustling markets and lively bars or peaceful shores and a relaxed pace. Phuket offers both.
The guide also talks about Kata, which seems to strike a nice balance.
Yeah, it's a good mix.
But it's not just about the vibe. Practicalities matter too.
Oh, for sure.
Things like schools, shopping centers, hospitals.
You have to think about all of that.
Imagine finding this beautiful villa near Layan Beach, which the article talks about.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have that serene beach life, but still be close to everything you need. It's about finding that sweet spot.
Where lifestyle and convenience meet.
Exactly. Okay, so let's say we have our dream property in our ideal neighborhood. But before we get ahead of ourselves, we need to talk about the cost of living.
Right. Paradise can be affordable, but you got to be realistic.
Have you ever been surprised by hidden costs when renting? Like those unexpected bills or fees that weren't clear up front?
Oh, all the time.
It happens.
And Phuket is no exception. The article does a good job of highlighting those potential gotchas for renters, like utility bills, maintenance fees for amenities, even things like garbage collection.
Okay, wow.
These costs can really vary depending on the property and the area, so you really got to clarify everything with your landlord or agent beforehand.
So don't be shy about asking those questions. But are there any budgeting strategies that can help our listener, navigate all of this like a pro?
Oh, definitely. The article has some good practical advice.
Awesome.
First off, list out all your expected monthly expenses.
Not just the rent.
Nope, everything. Groceries, transportation, entertainment. And, of course, those potential hidden costs we talked about.
Right. Factor it all in.
Then build in a cushion for unexpected things because, well, life happens.
That's such a good point. It's like having a financial safety net.
Exactly. You don't want to be caught off guard. Be proactive, not reactive.
Love that. So any other tips?
Yeah, the article emphasizes working with a reputable real estate agent.
Ah, yes. Those real estate gurus, they can be so helpful.
They really can. I think that's a great place to pick up in our next segment.
Yeah, they can be like your secret weapon in this whole process.
Totally.
Okay, I think we've covered a lot already. The different types of properties, the importance of location, and some budgeting tips to avoid those nasty surprises. But this is just the beginning.
We're just getting started.
There's so much more to explore.
Stay tuned.
We'll be right back. So we were saying how important finding a good real estate agent is.
Yeah, especially in Phuket.
It's like having a local guide who knows all the secrets.
Totally. And the article really stresses that. It's not just about finding any agent, but the right one for you.
Someone who gets you.
Exactly. Someone who understands your needs, your budget, and what kind of lifestyle you're looking for. They'll be your advocate.
It's like a real estate matchmaker.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
But let's talk about the elephant in the room, agent fees. Our listeners need to know about those.
for sure. Transparency is key. The article talks about commission fees, which are usually a percentage of the rent. And sometimes there might be extra costs for things like administrative services,
Yeah,
or if you have specific requests.
makes sense.
The important thing is to have an open conversation with the agent up front about all the fees.
Don't be afraid to ask those questions.
Exactly.
But even with those fees, the benefits of working with a good agent can be worth it.
Absolutely.
They can save you time, headaches, and maybe even money in the long run.
Think of it as an investment in a smoother rental experience.
Mm-hmm.
They can help you narrow down your search, set up viewings, negotiate, and even give you insights into the legal stuff.
Okay, so speaking of legal stuff, the article mentions the importance of a clear rental agreement.
Oh yeah, that's crucial.
It's like the rule book for your tenancy. What should we be looking for in that?
It needs to clearly lay out things like how long the lease is for, how rent is paid, who's responsible for maintenance, any specific rules.
Right, so it's all got to be spelled out.
Both sides need to understand and agree to avoid problems later on.
So it's about setting those clear expectations right from the start.
Exactly.
Now, the article also touches on foreign ownership laws in Phuket. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure. So, foreigners can rent properties in Phuket,
Okay.
but owning property is a bit more complicated. You definitely need legal advice from an expert in Thai property law to make sure you know what you're getting into.
So it's important to have the right team on your side.
Absolutely. A good agent will usually know some reliable legal professionals they can recommend.
That's good to know. And what about tenant and landlord rights? The article mentions that too.
Oh, for sure. Both tenants and landlords have specific rights and responsibilities under Thai law. Tenants have the right to a safe and livable place.
That makes sense.
That means functioning utilities, proper maintenance, and privacy.
So it's not just about paying rent and being a good tenant. You actually have legal protections.
Exactly. And landlords have to respect those rights.
Yeah.
They have to give proper notice before entering the property, make sure it's safe, and deal with maintenance issues quickly. The article actually has a table that summarizes these rights and responsibilities.
Oh, that's handy.
Yeah, it's helpful for both sides.
It's like a cheat sheet for peaceful coexistence.
Exactly.
But let's be real, most of us start our search online these days. Are there any online resources our listeners can use to find properties in Phuket?
Oh yeah, tons.
Awesome.
The article recommends some great websites.
Okay.
There's Ocean Worldwide, which has everything from budget-friendly apartments to luxury villas.
Nice.
Then there's Phuket Rent, which is super user-friendly and has lots of listings.
Great.
And then Thai Property, which is known for its huge database and detailed descriptions.
Wow, it sounds like you have the whole Phuket rental market at your fingertips. But with so many options, it can be overwhelming. Any tips on how to use these sites effectively?
Definitely. Use filters. Most sites let you narrow your search by price range, number of bedrooms, location, amenities, you name it.
Filters are a lifesaver. It's like having your own personal search assistant.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to play around with different filters until you find what you're looking for.
Okay, so besides the basic filters, anything else we should watch out for when browsing online?
Definitely pay attention to the photos and descriptions. Are they high quality and detailed? Do they give you a good sense of the property? And check for reviews.
Oh, like when you're booking a hotel or something.
Exactly. Reviews can tell you a lot about the property's condition, how responsive the landlord is, any potential issues.
Right, it's like getting insider information.
Exactly.
So we've scoured the internet, found some promising listings, we're excited. But even with great online reviews, there's one crucial step we can't skip.
The inspection.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Nothing replaces seeing the property in person.
It's about going from the virtual world to the real deal.
Yeah. You get a feel for the space, check for problems, ask the landlord questions.
What should we be looking for during those inspections?
First, the overall condition. Look for any signs of damage, cracks, water stains, mold.
So it's like being a detective.
Exactly. Don't be afraid to open cabinets, check under sinks, test appliances,
Makes sense.
and pay close attention to the kitchen and bathrooms. Are they clean and well maintained? Do the faucets work properly?
Right, those are essential areas.
And while you're there, Ask the landlord anything that comes to mind.
That's your chance to clarify everything.
Exactly.
So what are some good questions to ask?
Always ask who's responsible for maintenance and repairs.
Oh, that's important.
Find out how to report problems and how long it takes to get them fixed.
I don't want to be stuck with a leaky faucet for weeks.
Right. And ask about any extra costs that might not be in the rent, like parking or gym access. And if it's furnished, make sure you know what's included.
Good points. Clarity is key. But what about red flags? Anything we should watch out for that might suggest this isn't the right place?
Definitely. Like if there's visible damage that's been ignored.
Oh, like a sign that they don't really care about the property?
Exactly.
Ah.
And be wary if the landlord avoids your questions or seems hesitant.
Trust your gut.
Yeah, if something feels off, it's probably best to move on.
Sounds like finding the right place takes a bit of detective work and intuition.
You could say that.
But finding the property is just the first step. Then comes the fun part, living in Phuket.
That's where the adventure really begins.
Exactly. We've talked about finding a place. Now let's talk about what it's like to actually live there.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we've covered finding that perfect rental in Phuket. Now let's talk about actually living there. What's it like to be an expat in this tropical paradise?
Well, the article really emphasizes the incredible support system there for expats. You're not alone when you move to Phuket. There are these thriving expat communities.
Oh, wow.
They offer a real sense of belonging and can make the transition so much smoother.
That's awesome. It's like having a built-in network of people who get what you're going through.
Exactly. Sharing experiences, getting advice, making new friends who are in the same boat. It makes a world of difference.
It's so important to have that. The article specifically mentions joining local expat groups.
Oh, yeah, those can be fantastic.
What are some of the benefits?
Well, they often organize social events, you know?
Fun.
Yeah, and they share information about local services and businesses, even offer guidance on things like visas or healthcare.
It's like having a local insider guide.
Exactly. And beyond that, there's the cultural immersion.
Right. How can our listener really dive into the local culture?
The article encourages expats to embrace it fully, like learning some basic Thai phrases.
Oh, that's a great idea.
It shows respect and helps you connect with locals, and try to attend local festivals and events.
Phuket has a ton of those.
Oh, yeah. It's got a vibrant cultural scene.
So much to experience. It's about going beyond the touristy stuff and getting a real taste of Phuket, trying the food, visiting local markets.
Exactly. Even taking a cooking class, maybe.
Oh, that would be amazing.
There are so many ways to connect with the culture.
Absolutely. And the article highlights this really cool community project called Seeds of Change Phuket.
SOC.
Yeah, established in 2013, it focuses on empowering those who are underprivileged in Phuket,
Wow, that's fantastic.
giving them training and job opportunities.
It's inspiring to see expats not just embracing the local culture, but giving back to the community.
Exactly, making
Yeah.
a real difference. So renting in Phuket, it's not just about finding a place to live. It's about a whole new lifestyle, connecting with the community, experiencing the magic of the island.
Well said.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Phuket rentals, let's recap the key points.
Okay, so first, Phuket has a wide variety of properties for every budget and taste. Think about your lifestyle and what's important to you in choosing a neighborhood. And be prepared for potential hidden costs. Make sure you budget for those.
Right. Don't let those catch you off guard. Working with a good real estate agent can make the process so much easier.
Definitely.
And be sure to understand your rights as a tenant. Don't be afraid to negotiate the terms of your rental agreement.
Those are important points.
Use online resources to start your search, but always do those in-person inspections to see the place for yourself. And of course, embrace the opportunity to experience the local culture and become part of that welcoming expat community.
It's an amazing experience.
We've covered so much ground today, from the practical stuff to the joys of living in Phuket.
I hope this deep dive has inspired our
I
listeners.
hope so too. Who knows? Your dream Phuket rental might be just around the corner. Thanks for joining us on this journey.
It's been fun.
Until next time, happy house hunting.